Back in the 90s, I did a spin-off series called Give Yourself Goosebumps. And this was sort of choose-your-own-adventure type stories where you choose the path and you choose what happens next. And they were different. Usually, you would have a choice of doing one thing or doing another. And with one of them, you die. And then you have to go back and start the book over, unless you cheated and kept going, which most everybody did. But most people don't realize that I wrote a bunch of short Give Yourself Goosebumps books, and they were rejected.
Is that true?
No. Oh, the thing is on the So here are, thanks, see, I like him. Okay, here they are. Give Yourself Goosebumps, the rejected shorts. The first story is called The Ghost of the Log. You're walking through the woods, and you come across a ghost floating above a log. The ghost tells you to get inside the log. Do you get inside the log, or do you stay outside the log? All right, if you said yes, you get inside the log and you find a trampoline. It's the perfect summertime activity. If you don't get inside the log, you walk away to the nearest sports authority to buy a trampoline. I wrote that right after I saw an ad for trampolines. I don't know what, it didn't go, I don't know. The second one is called The Mummy from Outer Space. You're walking through a cornfield and a flying pyramid comes down out of the sky. A hatch on top of the pyramid opens up and a mummy pokes his head out. You throw a rock at the mummy or you stand and stare? What do you think? All right, if you throw a rock at the mummy, and the extraterrestrial mummy accepts it as intergalactic currency, it gives you a mini trampoline. For those of you who just stare at it, you don't throw a rock at the mummy, and you head to the nearest sports authority to buy a trampoline. Fun fact, I wrote that story 2 minutes after the first one. The final story is called A Trip to Target. You drive your car to Target. I don't have to read it. I don't have to read it, do I? You get to the door. The end part is gibberish, as I wrote it while jumping on a trampoline. This is like jumping on a trampoline. Where are we? It isn't obvious already. The number one piece of advice I have for new writers is to get a trampoline. It may not help your writing. It sure is a lot of fun. And Give Yourself Goosebumps. The rejected. I'm hurrying here. I'm going to get through this one. Okay, now we're going to play.